Greetings everyone, welcome to the first installment of a new series. A series based on the clear facts, the initial thoughts and inspiration from the creation of all our favorite Disney movies. A mechanism to explore the hidden material behind every project. A way to appreciate even further the reason why we love these tales so much. Join me as we uncover the secrets locked within every movie, every character, every song, and every experience. I'm the Original Disney, and I'm highly proud to announce you the creation of the Original series. Let's begin the series with one of the most spectacular, impressive, breathtaking, imaginative, and revolutionary Disney films from the 40s, Fantasia. Fantasia's idea began when Walt Disney noticed the declined popularity of their main mascot, Mickey Mouse. So to remain his image to the public, Walt started developing a short cartoon based off an ancient story, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, with set music based on the same tale. His idea was to use classical music and combine it with their animation. After the influence of conductor Leopold Stokowski, the Mickey short was put together with other 7 segments inspired by classical music, and thus, Fantasia became what it is today. Let's see some original concepts. Fantasia's original title wasn't Fantasia. It started as The Concert Feature, but in my opinion, Fantasia is still a better name. Dopey was supposed to replace Mickey in the Sorcerer's Apprentice segment, thanks to Snow White's popularity, but Walt declined the idea. Well, Dopey can talk, so I guess he had that going for. Walt wanted to add 3D to the Toccata and Fugue segment, and have the entire movie in widescreen. Can you believe the kind of mind Walt Disney had? It's so unbelievable to think about the usage of 3D in the 40s. Walt dreamed to continue with Fantasia as an ongoing series, with the showcase of new segments and some returning ones as well, which then became Fantasia 2000, but 60 years after the release of the original Fantasia. I still think they should do another Fantasia movie. The idea of making animation as a way to introduce classical music to the public, it's so awesome to me that I can't believe they just stopped at 2. Up next, the deleted sequences. Ride of the Valkyries. With said music of the same name, it was supposed to depict the Norse myth about the Valkyries who rode the battlefields and took the fallen heroes to Valhalla. The idea was scrapped because it was associated with the Germans. Also, the fact that one of Hitler's favorite musicians was Richard Wagner, the composer of said piece. Swan of Tuonela. This last segment was based on an unfinished legend about 2 departed souls being guided to the heavens by a white swan. Although Walt didn't want to have the swan shown, so the scenes could feel more atmospheric, leaving the segment with 2 corpses floating through reeds, then a cave, and finally ascending to the skies. Adventures in a Perambulator. The segment played with the idea of having a baby go for a walk and show the way he looked at things. There were made some preliminary drawings by artist Sylvia Holland. Invitation to the Waltz. The segment could have been a possible continuation to the pastoral segment, following the steps of the Black Pegasus to some mischievous adventures, leaving his mother's nest and interacting with some ducks and a bumblebee. Baby Ballet. With selected music, Veracruz opening number 57 by Frédéric Chopin, the sequence was conceived as a parody to mock dance steps in a nursery way, much like Dance of the Hours in the Finnish film, with dancing babies and a flock of storks carrying them. Flight of the Bumblebee. The sequence followed the antics of a bee. Sadly, it was cut from the final version, but was later used in a more jazzy way as one of the segments in the feature film Melody Time. Moving forward, we've got some of the film's concept art. The first image shows the conductor Stokowski beneath what it seems like the original way the Toccata and Fugue segment would have been introduced. It seems like they wanted to start in a bigger and epic way, instead of slowly entering to the field of animation. This is an earlier design for the Chinese mushroom in the Nutcracker Sweet segment, not having red at the top, but a light orange. Also, they used to have more Chinese features. From the same segment, the beauty fish that started dancing was supposed to have a less human-based face, unlike the one in the final. From The Sorcerer's Apprentice, the scene when Mickey had finally awoken the broom with Jensid's hat. There was a huge debate whether changing his design or stayed with the classic one, but after discussing about Mickey's expressions, it was changed. It looks like the animators originally wanted to add faces to the walking brooms. In my opinion, they look kind of silly, and I'm glad the idea was scrapped. When designing the dinosaurs for the Rite of Spring segment, Walt insisted on his animators to draw them in a more realistic way, instead of the cartoony, more funny way they were used to draw. From the Pastoral Symphony segment, we have a colorful piece of what it could possibly be the lake scene where all the centaur girls lived. But here they look to resemble more of a human, with the lack of a horse rear. It appears like the hippo from the Dance of the Hour segment was, in comparison, a lot younger and smaller than her family/friends. This piece shows the darkness of Bald Mountain, with Chernabog and the death spirits of the night. Chernabog is resembled kind of similar in the final version, and the scenery looking a lot like in the finished product. Last image shows the ending of the Ave Maria segment, with the people entering a church. In the final version, the movie ended with the people seeing a sunrise. Here it looked like it was going to end with one last view of the church's paintings. There you have it. A little history, fun facts, cut ideas, original designs, and much more about one of Walt Disney's giant landmarks. The Disney legacy is filled with unexplored content that many casual fans don't know about, but fans like me are interested on entering the behind of scenes, show the movies that never were, discover the making, the concept, the simple idea that became part of a legacy with a lot of untold material to behold. This was the original Fantasia. Thanks for your time well spent. Until the next time, goodbye.